the end is here.
I'm talking obviously about the final season of Game of Thrones. I shudder to think how our lives would be after the season ends. Well, more on that later. The first episode has aired and you're with the Versatile Doctor. My name is Dr. Abhinav Atul and I'm going to talk a bit about it. Hello, Namaskar, welcome, Swagatam. The episode's title is King's Landing, but it can easily be called Game of Thrones Reunion Special. No surprises on the reunions shown in today's episode, as the finale of the last season showed us every major character traveling towards Winterfell, including the Night King and his army. And with every reunion there is some clever and extremely well written dialogue. Hey, this is Game of Thrones. No one just walks up and meets people like, hey, how are you doing? Haven't seen you in a bit. There has to be some clever dialogue which sets up the character dynamics. And this is the strength of this series. Jon Snow meets Arya, Bran and Sam. Arya meets the Hound. Sansa meets Tyrion. And back in King's Landing, Cersei meets with Euron. And so on. And the episode ends with another reunion. Kinda. Jaime Lannister meets with someone. Well, that you will have to find out watching the episode yourself. The entry of Jon Snow and Queen Daenerys' armies into Winterfell show the same tunes as the first entry of Robert Baratheon's army inside Winterfell, way back in the first episode of the first season. It's a bit nostalgic and it's quite good. The title sequence, the famous inverted globe, has devoted quite some time into showing detailed architectures of the Red Keep, including the skull of Balerion the Dread. In the world of Game of Thrones, it is always fascinating how they compress the travel times while keeping the time stationary for those people who are not traveling. Like in the last season, we saw the legendary time-space jump of a raven from Eastwatch to Dragonstone, and then the overnight flight of Daenerys from Dragonstone to beyond the wall. Gilly's son, Little Sam, was shown to be apparently 2-3 years old, and yet the White Walker with his army hadn't reached the wall yet. I'm sure we'll have more of the same in this season too. In the first episode, travel-wise, Jon, Daenerys and their armies have completed their travel from King's Landing to Winterfell. Euron has completed a to and fro trip of Essos. Jaime Lannister also completes a trip towards the end of this episode, and the Night King and his armies have not yet reached Winterfell. That is probably because they were busy in doing wall art. You'll know what I mean when you watch the episode. And yes, Cersei's pregnancy belly isn't apparent yet. One thing that has always bummed me is how bland Queen Daenerys' reaction was when Viserion was killed. I mean, he was one of the only 3 dragons, and the dragons are the main reason why Daenerys became queen in the first place. His death had to have some more impact. Even in today's episode, Daenerys' demeanor was not of a woman who has lost her child, but only of a girl who lost her favorite pet. Have you watched this episode yet? Or are you one of those people who have the strong resolve of patiently waiting till the entire season has aired and then binge watching it? I have been in that position, but somehow someone spoils something for me which ruins the experience. So now I watch it as it airs. If you like this video, please do share it with your friends and tell me, is it just me or have you too wondered why the Night King aimed at a moving target rather than a target which was stationary, larger and easier? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. This is all from me today. Till the next week, till the next episode. It is my pride and privilege to be able to connect with you through this video. Namaskar.